So according to CNN, the headline reads, quote, Trump isn't funding any of us. Co-defendants in Georgia case are struggling with mounting legal bills. And to be honest, Trump's like, yo, I got 91 felonies over here. I got to save my lawyer.
I got to prioritize myself.
God. You know what I'm saying? But they said in the past that Trump has covered the legal bill of aides, advisors, and employees, but it says there's no sign that Trump intends to do so for any of his co-defendants.
How much is he
in the Georgia case?
Approximately looking at spending for this particular case for Georgia?
A whole lot.
I mean,
that's
Drew Feinling is the like
right. Yeah. If you could estimate, say how much you think Trump
probably $1 million or $2 million.
Yeah,
that's it.
I mean, it's just 4 charges, but they're going in March allegedly.
Yeah, right.
It's going to be...
Well, I think March was the other case. So March, they're saying the case around whether or not he tampered with the documents.
Yeah.
Will be in March. Man, is this going to be in March too? Would be wild if he had 2 cases at a time.
I mean, the Georgia go back and forth this case.
His Georgia co-defendants moved for a speedy trial.
Yes.
Which technically should be within like 6 months.
Right.
And so he could really be doing cases like back to back.
That is wild. Flying case to case. I'm gonna tell you,
New York to LA to Georgia, like crisscross.
That would be wild.
That would be wild. And then it's like a race to like who gets to prosecute Trump first. That's kind of fascinating.
Like it'd be like YouTube comments first.
100%
first.
and speaking of, and then also the case is going to be live streamed
right
on YouTube.
He gonna break the internet, man.
I mean.
Can their servers handle that bandwidth?
They're getting ready. But it says not only is Trump not paying for any of his co-defendants in the case, it says Trump has publicly distanced himself from them, telling Newsmax he doesn't know a lot of these people.
I don't know none of these.
Because they're on camera.
They're on camera.
They're on camera. So some of the I think it's Kofi County people. They're literally on camera going through the boxes and copying the record.
Oh, okay.
Like it's not did they do it? Like
right.
Playing camera, like candid camera, got you. Like talking, shaking hands, got people. Remember the Kanye's Travion or whatever.
Right.
She went viral because she was threatening the lady.
Yes.
They're on camera.
They're
breaking the law, saying you got to do this or else we're going to harm you. Like it's not. It's a very open and shut case. And again, Teflon Don knows when you commit crimes, you don't do it on camera.
Well, and I think that's why, it says. Trump he says he formally asked the judge to sever his case from his co-defendants, like you said, because the RICO is like if one person's guilty, everybody's guilty.
You ain't got me on camera doing it. But these you got them in 4K. Throw the book at them.
By the way, I don't know who they are.
Yeah, I don't know them.
I've never met these.
And it's weird because Georgia's laws are very different because of Ray Lewis. Y'all remember how a few years ago,
right, when Ray Lewis
was in the limousine and one of his people like stabbed somebody
allegedly led to
they got convicted. He got acquitted,
right.
And Georgia was like, okay, well, we're going to rewrite our conspiracy law. One person go down, everybody got to go down.
Trump really is like Clay Davis right now.
He definitely is.
Like
1,000%.
Like, everybody keeps saying the Georgia case is the most damaging case out of all of them.
Absolutely.
Right, yeah.
One, because people were quite stupid.
Yes.
But two, he did the phone call.
Yes, he did the phone call.
He called Brad and was like,
did he say it was the perfect phone call?
The perfect phone. Get me some votes, right?
Yes.
So you're there telling someone
find the votes
to find the votes for you so you can win.
Yes.
And then you're there having conversations with other people who are then showing up in person saying, so Trump told me, or Trump's colleague told me to do this. That is the conspiracy.
Right. Find these electors, find these other votes. And apparently the governor of Georgia is going to testify against Trump. Probably if what's the guy? He's the
Brad.
Yeah,
Secretary of State.
The Secretary of State. If he gets called, he'll probably have to testify about that perfect phone calls. Like you said, you're on tape, you're on videotape, you're on audio tape. It's not looking good.
Yeah.
So,
and the reason,
but Miracle, does it? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I just want to think, and the reason we have all of this great footage because at the time,
beautiful beat,
was at the time Georgia was trying to come after Black Voters Matter and the New Georgia Project, saying that they were doing too much to motivate Black people to get out to vote.
Yeah.
So we have all of this surveillance because they were trying to basically capture Black Democrats doing bad deeds, and really it was these conservatives who were out here just violating the law.
The biggest fish. So, Miracle, does it benefit? So, again, if I'm looking at it and I'm looking at like a RICO case,
Trump is going to snitch. I feel like Trump is going to cop a plea and snitch. What was the movie with the Denzel Washington?
American Gangster?
Yeah, I feel like that's what Trump is.
And that's exactly what American Gangster
I feel like he's basically going to be like, I see what all they did. I was just in a competition trying to make sure I did what I do to get all the votes. I didn't tell them to break the law. I didn't tell them to copy these machines. I didn't tell them to do all this stuff. I just said, find me some votes. I foresee Trump snitching on everybody else.
You know what?
And sending
that's a hot take, but
everybody down.
I can see
I'm like,
that.
they betrayed me.
You know what? Now, because I was going to ask you, would it benefit Trump more to pay these people's legal bills? But if he is saying, like, he knows they committed crimes. He knows he committed crimes. He's never going to admit to that. But he knows they committed crimes. He knows they're lesser than, right? He knows they have less money. They have weaker lawyers. You know what I'm saying? So that would make really good sense for him just to blame them, cop the plea, right?
Yeah.
Blame them, and then kind of get off. But can he do that? I thought you said last week that Fannie set the RICO in a place where nobody can cooperate.
I feel like he's going to do something.
He's going to trump it.
He's
going to trump it.
I feel like he's going to negotiate something, and then he still wants, and then he'll be able to run for president. Like, Georgia is the only thing that can really harm him and prevent him from becoming president.
I wonder,
because then he'll be a felon. Then none of those charges are not federal, so the governor would have to pardon him, and not the governor that you just told everybody stole an election and didn't you try to endorse his opponent. Kemp's not going to pardon you. So the Georgia thing has to go away for him.
This is so fascinating.
Mm-hmm. This is absolutely fascinating.
A wild time to be alive right now. The season of America has given us so many gems.
Facts.
And the fact that we're going to be able to watch it in real time.
Yeah.
Like, particularly if we're at a point where, like, I'm assuming that Trump's lawyer do not call him to the stand.
Absolutely.
I'm assuming Trump is not going. But if Trump were to, like, so let me ask you this, Miracle. Does it benefit Trump more to have this case live streamed, or does it hurt him?
I think it hurts him to have it live streamed just because of the severity of the evidence of his co-defendants. If he testifies, it's in his favor because nobody can work a camera like Trump, right? Nobody, especially when it's hit. Now, direct is going to be very weird when he's being cross-examined because if it's Fannie and the way he has a testy relationship with Black women, I don't think it's going to come over well, but it just shows that it's everybody else. It's all the king's men. It's not the king. So I think it benefits him to have it out there. Like, I think it's going to benefit him. Like, it's going to benefit Young Thug. People are going to see this evidence and be like, no, I want to free the guys. That with these people, it's like, bro, I see you.
Yeah,
I mean,
yes, I see you threatening grandma. Like, until you're going to mess up her life if she doesn't decertify these votes. Like,
if Trump takes the stand and then just starts like dissing all of the other co-defendants and that would be the height. I don't know. I mean, is that the season for this? Is the season finale to America that we're waiting for?
I don't know what happened in Succession. So like, I don't know, but it's like people always when you see honk for Jesus, like people will always try to save themselves.
Yeah.
And it's one thing like Trump is going to save themselves. Now, this is some breaking news, Miracle. I'm coming to you because we're talking about Atlanta and the RICO. 30 minutes ago, 61 people have been indicted on the RICO that are protesting Stop Cop City. And so, for those that don't know,
Georgia
Cop
loves
City,
it. They hit the RICO with everybody this year.
Yo.
Like it's the RICO.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Trump, Stop Cops. At least they're indiscriminate.
Everybody in Georgia gets the RICO charge.
They're like, listen, we will charge everybody.
Hey, yo, if we do a show down there, we going down.
They're going to get us, man.
But I'm saying, so for those that don't know, Atlanta is trying to build this huge cop facility, and there's been a lot of organizing and protest around it, so much so that the protesters in the Stop Cop City movement were able to get over 100,000 petition signatures to basically put it on the ballot so people can vote against it. Yeah. And if the people voted against it, they could kill Stop Cop City, right? It went to the city council. Unfortunately, the city council and the mayor, black people who claim to be progressive, voted for this Cop City, right? So people organized, and it was wild because when they organized over 100,000 petition signatures, the Democrats in Atlanta basically started to use similar tactics that Republicans used around voter ID, where they were saying like every signature has to be checked against the person's ID and all of these things. Oh yeah, bro, it's getting deep. Now, 61 people are indicted in a RICO